I've not seen the market double, I've not seen it triple, I've seen it grow sixfold in 35 years. This is a market that continues to grow as the economy grows. It's a market that continues to grow as our airline customers become more efficient and as they innovate. This is a market that last year, for the first time, saw 4 billion travelers. Over the last 30 years, the actual cost of a ticket in real terms has halved over that 30-year period. Why is it halved? Well, as a manufacturer, because we're building new, more efficient aircraft. But more importantly, our customers are innovative. Our customers are becoming more efficient. And as a result, the cost of travel continues to go down and down and down over time. This is one of the reasons that our industry grows faster than the world economy. The other thing that I wanted to point out from this chart, over that 30-year period, as the cost of travel has halved, the number of destinations served by our customers, the airlines, have doubled. So when you think of travel from a customer perspective, think of lower fares and more choices. That is a critical combination as we look to the future and look to growth. What do we expect this year? Well, in 2018, on a global basis, we expect another strong year. We expect passenger traffic to continue to go above trend. We expect the improvements that we've seen in the cargo market continuing into 2018. We expect more than 4 billion passengers to fly again. We expect strong profitability for our customers. We expect a growing world economy. And we expect very few empty seats on those aircraft. Load factors will continue to be at record levels. And we've seen 8 years where traffic has grown faster than capacity. As a result, today, load factors on a worldwide basis are at record levels. Mexico City, this has been another great success story. This is a market that is benefiting from a growing economy. This is a market that is benefiting from a growing middle class. This is a market that's seeing new business models that innovate, that reduce costs. And then finally, this is a market that has been deregulating and liberalizing over time, and this has meant increased traffic. In fact, over that same 8-year period, this is a market here in Mexico City that has grown in excess of 9% per year. You can see not only has international traffic grown, but also we've seen dramatic growth on a domestic basis. As we look out the next 20 years, we have a bright look at the future. We expect the world economy to grow about 2.8% per year, that the number of passengers traveling will grow at 4% per year, that cargo traffic will grow slightly faster than 4%, and then finally that passenger traffic will continue at that long-term trend to grow about 5% annually. As we look at the Latin America market, this is a market that will grow faster than the global average as a result of an economy that's going to grow about 3% over the 20-year period. We expect growth here to be in excess of 6%. So again, a market that will grow faster than economic growth. A market that air travel is essential for that economic growth in the future. As a result of this growth, we see a huge demand, over 3,000 airplanes over the next 20 years, and approximately 20% of these aircraft will be here in the Mexican market. There's challenges around policy. We have questions whether the fleet of the future and today will be financeable. Today, we say yes, but we'll continue to watch that market. What challenges will be a result of environmental constraints? Will we have enough pilots and technicians to fly these 41,000 new aircraft in the next 20 years? You know, we have not only a challenge of airport infrastructure that I'll talk about, but we have a huge challenge in terms of air traffic management. When you look at the US market, when you look at the Latin America market, when you look at the European market, a new next generation air traffic management system would make every airplane flying today 10% more efficient than it is. So we struggle today as a result of air traffic management. But one of the things, and to echo the concerns of IATA, is around airport infrastructure. Just take a look at the Mexico City International Airport. Today, when you look at the configuration of that airport, compared to other similarly configured airports around the world, this is the busiest airplane in the world as a result of the number of aircraft movements. The busiest airport in the world as a result of movements. And I can tell you, we're starting to see signs of challenges of the airport. As I mentioned earlier, over the last 8 years, we've seen 9% growth in this market in terms of passengers. But notice over the last 2 to 3 years, we've seen the number of movements flatten out. So that means that airlines are not able to add new frequencies as they grow. They're not able to increase the number of destinations they fly to today, something that, as we saw earlier, is essential to their growth. So we need a solution here in Mexico City. We need a new airport here to enable growth over the long term. So with that, in summary, as I look at aviation, aviation is tied to world economic growth, and economic growth is tied to aviation. It's a resilient market, and we see strong long-term growth in this marketplace. Latin America will be one of the centers of the fastest growth in the world, over 6% per year over the next 20 years. And clearly we worry about a number of things, but airport infrastructure is something that we see as a potential hindrance for growth in this market, especially here in Mexico City, over the next 20 years.